Some responsibility for clothing, housing, education. I mean, the works. It's just amazing what the Lord's called them to do. And as you can imagine, the needs continue to come in pretty heavy for them, not just on their daily basis, but we get the impression to try to adhere to governmental tape, red tape, I don't know how to say it nicely. They're just being asked to do a lot of things on top of what they already do. So we get a regular flow of requests from Joel, who gives them in very good faith and in a very good spirit. But most recently, there's been a need for $3,200 to help with some testing that's essential for the kids to go from 7th grade to their next level, which is a really big deal. So these kids have to take and pass these tests. There's a cost associated with that of $3,200. We had a $1,200 gift come in, so the need is $2,000. And we wanted to appeal to the larger body. If that's something that the Lord would lay on your heart to give toward, you can designate that when you give out in the lobby. If you have cash, maybe put it in an envelope and designate it for Uganda, and we'll make sure we do that. India, similar situation with Martin Luther and the some of the stuff that they have to deal with under the Modi administration has been pretty tough, and he's ministering to widows and lepers. And again, as partners with somebody like Martin Luther, when Jesus talks about, or when the Bible talks about, I think in James, true religion is in the sight of the Lord is taking care of orphans and widows. I think this is part of how we do that at Community Fellowship is our partnership with somebody like Martin Luther. And we were hoping to send Martin Luther a special $1,000 gift to help with some of his needs and the support that he gives to those around him. And with both of those, that would be in addition to our normal monthly support of them. We do give monthly to both of these ministries and both of these men. So if the Lord's laid that on your heart, we just encourage you to make special donations for Uganda and or India. John, would you add anything to that? Are we good?
If we get anything in excess, we'll put it on future purposes.
And we keep in our budget, we have funds for Uganda and India. So if there is access or overflow, it'll go into those funds. And if, in addition to your normal giving, if you want to contribute to that fund, just designate Uganda and India in your giving, and we'll put it in that fund. What we typically do when we get requests, if there are funds in those slots when the requests come in, we send what's there because it's designated for them. So just be aware that that's part of how we try to budget and how we try to give toward both of those. All right, a couple of announcements. After church on April 16th, all of the Sunday school children are invited to stay after church for a time of fun, fellowship, and growing together in Jesus. They will learn about being little lights for Christ while rotating through 4 activity stations. Pizza lunch will be served. At the end of the church service, parents may leave their children with us, and us is Karen Darling, Jenny Fitzgerald, Megan Marinelli, Joyce Knight, and Mary Ellen Barrett, and then you can come back at 1:30 to pick them up if that's how you want to play that. So April 16th, special event for kids after church. Ladies Ministry, April 22nd is the Ladies Retreat. Registration forms are still in the foyer, so if you haven't signed up, we'd encourage you to do so for that. The next weekend, our Trail Life troop is going camping out in Bath County by the storage ponds, which is a horrible name for a beautiful place. It's well named because it keeps the flow, it just keeps it from not being heavily trafficked. Richard loves that particular spot. We had a really good time the last time we went there. So Trail Life's going to be camping there. We are not doing an official joint camping trip with the men. We just weren't able to find a location nearby with everything that we wanted for that event, but we are extending an invite to anybody who wants to camp with us, the men, to join Trail Life on April 28th through the 30th out in Bath County. And even if you just wanted to spend Saturday with us, it's a beautiful campsite that overlooks kind of 2 small lakes, and it's just we're going to have a good time. So man, you're invited on the 28th and through 30th to join us with that. If you have any questions, or if you know you would like to be part of that, talk to either Luke Hensler Hensley or York Grow. And it'd be helpful to know in advance because the boys are going to shop and prepare the cooking, and we need all the information we can to give them that. So, Jan, what we do as leaders is we want them to cook for us while we're camping. So we're training them, and they're doing great. Last thing, if you have a high school senior who's graduating this spring, if you will email me and let me know that that's the case, we'd like to honor them, gift them with a Bible, and pray for them one Sunday. Grace families, I know who your seniors are, but I still need you to email me because I just need what name you want on the Bible. And if I know your kid by a name that you don't want on the Bible, you need to let me know that. No goofy nicknames or anything like that. But if you'll let me know if you have a high school graduate, we'd like to, I don't want to overlook anybody when we order Bibles for that. So I think that's all of my announcements. Palm Sunday is a good Sunday. Since we get to celebrate Jesus' victory on the cross, and we look forward to resurrection on Easter Sunday, where it's like, yeah, something really did happen on Good Friday. So we're excited about that. Let's take like a 5-ish minute break, maybe like 5 to 7. And when we come back, John Morrison's going to come and share the word with us.